Revelation chapter 7 verses 7 to 9 and 14b to 17. The Lamb will shepherd them and lead them to springs of life-giving water. I, John, had a vision of a great multitude, which no one could count, from every nation, race, people, and tongue. They stood before the throne and before the Lamb, wearing white robes and holding palm branches in their hands. Then one of the elders said to me, "These are the ones who have survived the time of great distress, they have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. For this reason, they stand before God's throne and worship Him day and night in His temple. The one who sits on the throne will shelter them. They will not hunger or thirst any more, nor will the sun or any heat strike them. For the Lamb who is in the center of the throne will shepherd them and lead them to springs of life-giving water, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes." The shouts of the triumphant faithful multitudes, thank God for their salvation. It is God's grace who has brought them through their trials and tribulations. It is His glory which they now share. The deliverance which God gives is not the deliverance of escape, but the deliverance of conquest, or the victory over evil. Grace is not a deliverance which saves a man from trouble, but it is grace which brings him successfully through the troubles. Christians can endure any kind of trouble and distress with the help of God. Chapter 7 verses 13 to 14, They have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. How can you wash your clothes in blood and make them white? This is a way of saying that the triumphant multitude, who is now blessed, and are now fit to appear in the presence of God, were given that grace through the sacrificial death of Jesus. This multitude should be identified with all the members of the Church who have remained faithful throughout the final crisis. In verses 9 to 17 we see the believers finally with God in heaven. All who have been faithful through the ages are singing before God's throne. Their tribulations and sorrows are over. No more tears for sin. For all sins are forgiven. No more tears for suffering. For all suffering is over. No more tears for death. For all believers have been resurrected to die no more. We often refer to the earth as the land of the living. It really is the land of the dying. Heaven is the land of the living. Reverend Bob Leachty.